What's up, guys? What is up? What is up? Today, before I get into anything, actually, I want to thank you guys for all the support on my recent videos. I've been uploading for Smite, for Joust. Also, I go live on Twitch a lot. I'm gonna have it in the description. You don't have to come watch, but you can if you want. I mostly stream COD, Smite. That's really it, to be honest. But regardless, today we're going to be getting into the top 5 assassins in ranked Joust. And if you hear anything in the background, I'm very sorry. That is my child and he is watching TV. Now that all that's out of the way, let's start with the number 5 spot, Loki. A lot of you might not even think that this god is worth mentioning on the top 5, considering he just got changed. But I actually think he is very underutilized and very strong. If you guys don't know what his kit does, I'm going to briefly explain it here. His 1 is the same as usual. His 2 is a circle ability that gives you bonus damage, procs your passive, and blinds the enemy. His 3 is pretty much just it's a cone multi-hitting attack. It's really all you need to know. And his ult is the big change, and this is why I'm putting him in my number 5 spot. Whenever his ult works the same, except when you ult somebody and it hits somebody, the person you targeted gets crippled, and in an AoE cone, you have a big cleave attack that stuns everybody in that cone. This is why I think he is in my top 5, because people aren't utilizing his kit properly, and I think he is very, very strong. He has a lot of setup potential, and he really only has room to grow, and it's just amazing. His kit is absolutely amazing. I love it. You can go down 0-5 personally on Loki, and you can still get hard carried by your team just from your ult alone. Your ult can single-handedly kill an entire team. His ult is very good, and not a lot of people beads it or sank it, which is surprising. So I would suggest playing this character. I think he's really good. I think he's very, very strong. Number 4 is going to be Nausea. Obviously, I don't have to say much about this god, but this god is pretty ridiculous. And all that takes you out of battle, and then you can combo with Ra, Scylla, Kukulkan, anybody with just huge AoE burst abilities upon landing off the ult. As a 1-second stun that isn't affected by diminishing returns, a heal with crit buff, a ring toss with protection, debuff, slow, movement speed. I mean, what else can you want? This god is all around just amazing, great setup, and pretty annoying to try to kill, in my opinion. That's why he's in my number 4. I think he's very strong. You should play him. You should play him, especially if you're playing like Kukulkan, Scylla, or Ra, or anybody with a lot of burst damage. Works very well. It's very annoying, and you're gonna win like 80-90% of your games if you play him properly with your team. Number 3, this could flip-flop between a few people here, but we're gonna give the number 3 to Nemesis. Nemesis is very strong in Conquest as well, but in Joust she is very, very strong in my opinion, because I play her a lot. I don't think I have her diamond anymore. No, I have her plat. Rip. I used to have a diamond border on her, but you know, bad luck, I guess. But anyways, I mean, you have a multi dash. Your 2 does a lot of damage with huge slow. Your 3, this is why she's really good. 3 gives you freaking 100% of damage received back as health, and it does 50% damage reflect. This is why she's really good. You can tank out a lot of gods like Scylla. You can tank her ult all day with your 3, but her 3 can still be countered. As you can see, hard crowd control effects remove the shield. I cannot talk today, so I'm very sorry. And as of right now, the meta is double tank. Double tank meta backline is the way to go. And her ult counters that literally entirely. Her ult, I mean, you can read it if you want. I'm not going to explain it, but it does make whoever you're targeting super weak because of the protection debuff, and then the damage is current HP. She's very strong in a double tank, and that's why she's number 3, because not a lot of gods can melt tanks while being a tank, and I think that's what makes her really good as an assassin. Number 2, yes, I think we're on number 2. But anyways, number 2, Tsukiyomi. I have him diamond, nice. Tsukiyomi is 100% my number 2. Very good backliner with his ult. Only problem is you can sank the first hit and he won't come to you, which is amazing. But if you get hit by his ult, probably gonna die because he's just gonna come to you, and he's gonna come and get you, especially since you're only gonna be ulting someone that's super far away or low HP, which I don't know. This god is really fucking good. His 3 slows, you get a range basic. His 2 stuns, does a lot of damage. His 1 slows, gives you move speed, gives you a range basic. His ult does a lot of damage. It gives you both of your ranged basics. This god's really, really good. You do need setup. You kind of need a little setup and peel to play this character, but I mean, other than that, he's pretty unstoppable once you get about 12-15 minutes and say you're ahead by a kill or 2. He's pretty unstoppable if you catch somebody off guard. He's pretty unstoppable, and I'm gonna say it again, unstoppable. Kind of like this next god in the number 1 spot, Set. This god in Joust is the definition of unstoppable. This god is without a doubt the best assassin in the game for ranked Joust. Hands down, no question asked. If anyone tells you different, they're probably wrong. He is outrageously strong. Like every other god in this list, he can get countered, but it's very hard. Mostly because of his 2 and his ult make him pretty unkillable. So his ult gives him damage, life steals, heals, movement speed. His 3 makes him teleport to his spawns, and in his ult you can spawn like 8. Yeah, you can spawn a max of 8 at a given time when you're ulting. And his 1 also slows. You get an attack speed buff. You build this god tank, and I promise you, you will never die as long as you know how to play it, because there is a skill ceiling. You're gonna need to know how his kit works. You're gonna need to know how to play him and all this stuff. Otherwise, he's not gonna work for you. But when you get down how to play him and how to maneuver around with him and stuff like that, you're gonna be unstoppable. And it's pretty much my top 5, to be honest. There's nothing else to say about these gods, that they're all strong. So let's go. Let's see. So just a little recap. Number 1, we have Set. Number 2, Tsukiyomi. Number 3, Nemesis. Number 4, Nausea. And number 5, Loki. And now, I'm going to show you guys an example build. So you can build this on every single one of your assassins in this top 5. Honestly, if you are not building this on your assassins, you're probably just gonna get one shot and die, or they won't work. There's maybe like an exception with like Set or Nemesis that you could build not like this, but for the most part, you're gonna want to build them tanky. You're gonna want to build them with cooldown and stuff that makes you not die fast. So, as you can see, I already have warriors and guardians. That's honestly just up to you. Whether you want to build warriors or guardians. Warriors is better for assassins because of the passive on it for bonus protections. That really helps you early. I'm sorry if you heard that. That was my phone. But it really does help you early with the protections. And you also want to build Sledge. No matter what, I don't care what assassin you're playing, you should probably be building Sledge. The same with warriors, you need to be building Sledge. It's the best, literally the best physical tanky item in the game. If you're building Blackthorn, stop building it. It's not worth your time. Build Sledge. Sledge is way better than Blackthorn. It does everything Blackthorn does, but just better. And tank boots, you should be building tank boots because you're going to be dealing with a lot of tick damage gods anyways. But if you don't want to, that's totally up to you. The only other boots I'd recommend you build is orange boots, so the power boots. And that's really all I have to say about that. So let's get on to the next item. This next item, it's kind of up to you what you want to build. It's pretty situational, so I'm going to go ahead and move down here to this category. I'm going to put up a few items here that you can build that can help you. And let me just get done with this for a sec. Sorry. I'll explain everything once I get it all on screen and pulled up. It'll probably be a little confusing at first, but don't you worry your pretty little head. I promise it won't be in a minute. Let's do one more. Do I have Pestilence in there? Okay, and then we'll go ahead and change this song as well, because I'm not about that. Sorry. Alright, and now our last item here is going to be Pestilence. Pesty. Alright. So, as you can see... Oh, I already had Pestilence. But anyways, as you can see, I have a few items here. I'm going to go ahead and go over. So these first 4 items, so Warriors or Guardians, Sledge, and Tank Boots, no matter what, every game, you're going to be building this. If you're not building it, then I don't know. That's just your opinion, I guess. But these are the best items you want to build right now to enhance your win rate. But these next items, so after selling your starter, you're gonna have 4 slots. So depending on who you're playing against, your build's gonna be looking a little bit different or a little bit similar. If you're going into double physical, you're gonna want Void Shield and Glad Shield. It works very well. If you're going into a healer, aka like Chalk, Herc, Serb, gods like that have self heals that are really strong, you're gonna want Pestilence. If you're playing against a magical who has a lot of close range abilities like Serb, like Artio, Chang'e, people like that, you're gonna want Ansel. You're overall just going to be wanting to build Runic anyways. If you're going into a mage and a guardian team, you're going to be wanting to build Runic anyways. It's a really good item. And Oni Hunter's Garb is also amazing. It's pretty much what Sledge does with its passive. So being around 1 or more gods gives you bonus protections. That's pretty much what this does. And this is going to be your pretty basic build. You can throw damage in there, so you can throw Jotuns in there. You can throw in some blades. Let me throw up some blades here, because I do run blades a few games here and there. Yes, the only blade I would recommend is Stone Cutting Sword. This is the only one I would ever recommend to you. Stop building Golden Blade on your assassin for Joust. It's really bad. You can build Hastened if you're really just wanting to go basic attack based. But other than that, this is going to be more or less your core build for everybody. Just build tank, just build super tanky, and you do lots of damage. That is honestly it, if I'm going to be honest. But no matter what, if you have to take anything away from this video, build Sledge, and when facing a lot of tick damage, build tank boots. Everything else you build is pretty much situational. I build various items all the time. It's hard to kind of get a set build down for assassins because you can build them so diversely. But the safest bet, just build tank. Just build tank. That's really it. I think that's it, actually. Is that it? That's it. So, sorry, this video is all over the place. I'm very sorry, but that's my top 5 gods, top 5 assassins. Sorry, for ranked Joust. This one was a little bit harder because there's a lot of good gods as the assassins, and let me just name a few that I think should be like mentioned. I think Fenrir could be mentioned here. Fenrir is really good. Thor is really good, and Radtasker is really good. That's really the only other 3 I'd ever think about throwing in the top 5 right now. I think everybody else has things that make them fall off super hard, or they're just way too hard to play and it's not worth your time. But as always, I don't know how to end a video, so this is my top 5 assassins in ranked Joust. If you have something else that you want to add, or if you have a different opinion, you have other people in your top 5, you have other builds, you have other items that you would recommend, you know, please put it in the comments. Like, I'm not like 100% right, nobody is. So if you think I'm wrong about any of this, please put it in the comment section. I love reading what you guys think about who's in your top 5, who you guys think the best gods are, and to see, you know, if collectively I'm wrong, because then progressing down the future, if I make another one of these for season 12, not season 12, season 8, fuck me in the, oh my god, sorry, I looked at my timer and it had a 12, so I'm sorry, oh my god. But for season 8, my bad. I'm gonna be doing another one of these for season 8 as well. So I mean, your guys' opinion does mean a lot, and I do read all my comments and stuff, so thank you. This is going on a very long time, very sorry. But, you know, I'll leave you guys there. If you disagree. If you agree, thank you. Leave a like, comment. See you later.